And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be unlocking Crystal Tower. Now, forewarning, unlocking the Crystal Tower is quite a long quest from what I've been told, so I will try my best to skip any boring bits, but yes, I expect this to be a lot longer than the average unlock video. I also yesterday bought my let's say my Bard's sandals. So here you go, I am level 90, so far got the sandals, the tights, the shirt and the chapeau. So I'll change into my full set. So yeah, so things are going quite well in that regard. So on Monday I'll be able to buy my gloves and have the 5 pieces of the look, which will be pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm here in Revenant's Toll, and you need to talk to this guy, this outlandish man, who's standing just to the sort of southwest of the aetherite crystal. So yeah, so let's see what he has to say. So it says, an oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer, and it will give me free grade 5 carbonized matters. Okay, accept. I wonder if that means they're bringing in grade 5 materials. But anyway, do I know you? Unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Mithrie herself. Amazing, and more than a little serendipitous, whatever that means. One might even call it fate. But I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none of but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life, but what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambroats at St. Conrad's Fine. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. So St. Conrad's Find is right here, to the southeast of Revenant's Toll, so let's go there now. And I know that because that's where I did all of my level 45 leaf quests for crafting and gathering. So this town has been given a makeover since 2.1 launched, and it's also a lot more busy now because people have a lot more reason to come here. And that's Crystal Tower off in the distance. I do find the weather effect of this area kind of unique and interesting. It's like you're in a big bubble. Okay, here we go. Lots of people here. So it says, why, if it isn't Mithrie herself, I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honour of this visit? You were directed here, you say, by a man in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropological geographical endeavour. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organisation. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to foul solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first... Mithrie, I thought it was you. Oh, hello, Sid. What brings you to St. Conrad's? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe, yes? No? I see you two are already acquainted. That is well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition, and has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad to have you aboard, Mithrie. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteer for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The Son of Saint Conrad are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavour aims to delve deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. But I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond what Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero told Scavia simply awoke it. I mention this by a way of reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. So, now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser-known Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from the era with the utmost caution. They must be analysed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. For several millennia the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground, but like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by a great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendour, a gleaming spear of crystal, pointed at the bosom of the heavens. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defences, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defences that take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen, the 8 sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them, are the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such a deadly hazard. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Mithrie, but I think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Okay, so I'm going to speak to him again. So it says, our first objective is to reach the entrance of the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements, fire, water, wind and earth. Anyone attempting simply to stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected by using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free from the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lanosia, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and the Gamora mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used on the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. As such, I suggest you join or organize an orchestrated strike with the express purpose of defeating the Crystal's guardians. Whatever you do, please be careful. Okay, so we need to do the Fate shopping the shakes to get the Earth Crystal at the Angora mines, and we also need to do the Fate making waves in, let's see, it says in the Sapsa spawning grounds. I'm not 100% sure where that is. Okay, so that's here. So that's right there, and the other one is in Outer Lanosia. So let's go to Western Lanosia first. So the best teleport is to go straight to Aleport. Well, I'm not sure why this is lagging so much. Okay, not sure what happened there, but I got disconnected when I teleport to Aleport. But anyway, if we continue now, we're going to be heading towards here in the Sapsa spawning ground. So it's kind of a ride away. I have noticed a couple more runtime errors since the 2.1 happened, but hopefully they will be patching them quite soon. They usually pick up on any sort of new bugs quite quickly. I do wonder if some of this lagginess is just loads of people in the area, I'm not sure. Maybe just because I've been making so many videos lately, my PC is slowly falling apart. I just hope none of them heavy. I just want my graphic settings down a little bit. Oh, I hate heavy. Thankfully I've got like 4k health, so it really doesn't matter. And here we are. So now we need to wait for the fate called, I think it's called Making Waves. So I'm going to pause filming, and once it starts then I will continue. Okay, so here is the fate called Making Waves. So we have to defeat this guy here, this Yard, the Wave Fiend. I didn't have to wait long, I had to wait maybe a minute and then it's more. Something like that. So I have keybinded all of my buffs to one button, so just spam it, so I have to press 5 buttons. I always switch Shadowbind and Flaming Hour around to PvP, but then I forget to change it back. I guess we have to kill this ad. There we go. Okay, so I got the gold medal, so I got the first one, so now we need to go to Ungoro Mine. So the closest teleport is Camp Overlook. So here we go, Camp Overlook, not too far from here. Okay, so let's go. So all these various Beastman strongholds, I think at the moment, the main time you go to them is when you're doing your Relic Reborn quest for the different classes, because they'll require you to go into these strongholds and kill a certain number of monsters using your unfinished relic. So a long time ago when I did it for Artemis Bow, I had to go to the one that was in Corpus. Okay, almost there. Hopefully the wait time for this one won't be too long either. And again, it is nice that they do send you on these quests before you do these new dungeons and new content, because it gives you a chance to see more story behind each one. And excuses to show cutscenes or whatever. And if you ever want to view a cutscene again, you simply have to go to your book in your in-room, the Unending Journey it's called. So anyway, I'm going to pause filming, and once it spawns then I'll continue. Okay, so here's the fate, stopping the shape. bit easier, but I wonder if that's because it's a lot more useful. Now I'm going to teleport straight back to Revenant's Toll. And again, I only had to wait about 3 minutes for that to spawn. So when the 2.1 first launched, you actually had to wait apparently like 2 hours for them to spawn, but they quickly, like the next day, applied a hotfix. So now I think they spawn every like 10-20 minutes, something like that instead. So there is Crystal Tower, full plane view. So my understanding is that we're actually going to be sent on 2 more fates after the 2 we've just done. Okay, here he is. Loads of people here. So it says, how progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's strongholds. Okay, so we have the Earth Crystal, we have the Water Crystal. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the Beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from, I know not how many excavations, but nothing compared to these. Their purity is astonishing, or astounding I should say. You have done well, Mithrie. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, the war camp of the Amaljan Fanalan, the latter in Natalan, the roost of the Ixali in the hills of Corfus, and claim them for us. As before, your best course will be to take part in the coordinated attack against the defenders of the crystal caches. I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. So the first one involves doing the fate in Zaharak called He's a Fire Starter. So we need to go to South Fanalan. Yeah, so the closest camp is... I guess it's sort of equal distance, but I'm going to teleport to Forgotten Spring. Things. I'll go to Little Amigo, a little bit cheaper. I believe you go to Zaharak when you're doing your Paladin relic. I'm not sure if you need it for other classes. I guess when I get everything to 50 I'll see. I am going to be eventually working to get every relic because I want to get the achievement armed to the teeth, and also just because they're awesome to have. People are doing their dailies here, but the roulettes and everything haven't reset yet. So a good way to know if the roulettes have reset is just check your duty finder. So if you have all the other rewards, you know then that they've reset. Let's see. Yeah, almost there. So hopefully we will see some people standing around. There they are. So once again, I'm going to pause filming, and once it starts, then I'll continue. Okay, so here is the fate. It's called a fire. Here's a 5-star. Just a 5-star. Make sure I try and do as much damage to it as possible before I get the again, doesn't have to wait long, less than 5 minutes to hit. To do this now while everyone else is still doing it. There's one change they have implemented into the game, is that the fates will spawn with as much health or whatever, or as difficult as the number of people who previously defeated it. So it means that if people stop doing fates as they seem to have, because people now focus on dungeons and roulettes and stuff, it means if only one or two people doing fates around the world, they won't be impossible, they will still be manageable. There and reindeer out the ship. Okay, so that's that one done. So now we'll go to Forfeit. So Camp Drybone is the closest camp to the Ixali stronghold. So I have to remember to dismiss my chocobo before I can mount up again. And it's nice as well that they are keeping the fates like kind of close to the entrance of the stronghold rather than being deep inside. And the next fate is called the Storm Caller. So obviously it's not just me doing these fates, as you can see, other people charging towards it. So I'll see you this weekend about doing Crystal Tower. Will be fun. So in Crystal Tower you can use the duty finder to join, but you can only join with up to 8 players, even if it's a 24-man group, 24-man raid. So far they'll only allow you to bring 8 people, and it will merge 3 groups together. So anyway, I'm going to pause filming, and once the fate starts I'll continue. we go. It's a bit late for that. A little bit longer than this, but it was still less than 10 minutes. So it's called Kazol Non-Malt the Turbulent. Okay, there you go. That's both of them done already, so back to Reference Toll. So, it wasn't so bad to do all this. I mean, what, we're talking half an hour in terms of actual questing and fighting so far. Okay, almost there. We'll see what we have to do next. Seems everyone's eager now to unlock Crystal Tower in time for the weekend. So anyway, Mithrie, it's good to see you. Tell me, where were you? Were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastman? Here we go. Fire crystal, wind crystal, and over. It says, wonderful, with all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparation. I hope it did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step we must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defences, they must needs to be cut and polished, a process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. Okay, so let's complete that. And accept the next quest from him. Okay, so Rambros wishes to proceed with the shaping of the flawless crystals, and we'll be able to pick from these materia 4s, which is kind of nice, to be honest, to be able to pick a materia 4 from this. So accept. So if the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance named aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmith Guild in Aldar seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we required. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no aether sand was currently available. Though I requested the word to be sent as soon as new stock came in, I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order sometime before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savoury parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase and send you to speak with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of aether sand we require. Okay, so we need to go to Uldar, to the Goldsmith Guild. Let's go there now. So we can use the Aethernet to teleport right to the Goldsmith Guild. One thing I'm going to do before I go back is I'm going to check the market board to see which of those 4 gems is the most valuable, in case I don't want to use them or sell them. There's Serendipity, spoken to her before. So, Mistress Menethil, welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? So let's give her the, say, bulging guild pouch. Hand over. You're here on behalf of the Sons of Saint Conrad. What fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire aspected aether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jermaine over... I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathise with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the aether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. So that's Biggs, okay. Mithrie has been too long. What brings you here? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Well now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming aether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the Allegan civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Me and Wedge have been too busy tinkering with the new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, say tinkering, wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and snashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We've got the idea of it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal to board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of aether sand. That's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lass. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technological innovating, huh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this lady is representative of the organization that reserved the aether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it, but if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to Biggs. So it says, now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing that you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elemental aspected aether sand as well, right? Then, rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens I know of a good place to start. There is said to be a Pelder in northern Fanaland who very occasionally handles the earth aspect of a variety of aether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the room as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being just the other day. It seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Fanaland without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head to Blue Fog and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye, Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Okay, so now we need to go to Blue Frog, but I'm going to quickly check the market board to see which of those 3 grade 4 materials is the most valuable. So there was accuracy, crit and determination, savage materia 4s. Oh, it's very busy here. So to here's materia, just scroll down to the red ones. Okay, so there's Savage, there's Heaven's Eye 4, which is worth 24k. There is Savage Aim, which is 32k. It's a lot cheaper than they used to be, believe that. And then there's Determination, which is 29k. So the most expensive one was this one for 32k, but not that much more expensive, but definitely more expensive than this one, so okay. Alright, let's teleport now to Blue Fog. It's not far from here. That's why the teleport's not so expensive, because it's not a million miles away. There's save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat silent type. The type that has a handle and holds no less than pins of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, it is no stirring epic. But as you asked, my employer, a Lala Felin lad, wished to pay a visit to the peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forgot what it was called, but it is apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed the stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarums were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion and have not seen him since. Oh, a friend of yours, is he? And then you had best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Amanjan mineral mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Okay, so now we need to go and save Biggs, or Wedge, whichever one it was. So we have to go all the way up here. I wonder how much longer. So I'm guessing, so we already have the fire sand, so we still need to get 3 others. So this will give us earth, which means we just have water and wind to get. And then maybe finally we can unlock Crystal Tower and actually try it out. Okay, almost there. Ah, here he is. So, oh, these bombs. Let's just hope I don't blow up other people while they're doing this. There you go. Turn it in. How could I be so stupid, sneaking into a bandit's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do, and now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. Mithrie, is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen aether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research, as it happens. It was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen aether sand is right here in my oh dear. It must have fallen out when I was taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find the aether sand in my stead? Oh, thank the gods, you're a true friend, Mithrie. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. Okay, so now we need to find this sand, wherever it might be. Okay, there you go. Earth-cradled aether sand. I guess this long time is just to make sure that you're not being attacked. Okay, so return the aether sands to Wedge. We have to take it back into this little room. It said, Mithrie, have you had any luck in locating the aether sand? And I hand it over. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect aether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. The expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting. I must say I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right, I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mordona with the aether sand before there are any more little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Mithrie. Okay, so let's now return to St. Conrad's Fine. So we now have the fire and earth, so I'm sure afterwards it's going to send us to the water and wind. Seems there's a lot of running around on this. So, Mithrie, you have returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some aether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? Got the fire and earth, hand over. I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I hoped for. That I hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are. But aether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. Our genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnly inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavour to procure the 2 remaining varieties of aether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an expedition is in order, but first let us savour the preliminary victory that Mithrie has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to take the crit one. Complete. But this is the reason why the price of the gems have gone down so far, is because they people are getting them from the quest and just selling them, they're not using them. So I guess here, a performance for the ages. Okay, so it says Rambros wishes to discuss the procurement of the outstanding varieties of aether sand, and we can get a high elixir X-Eva X potion. I'm going to just go for the elixirs, to be honest. So yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of aether sand. Some days ago I asked a Charlian acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I have mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely that the Crystal Tower secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I will entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to Blackshroud and seek out past Mithrie, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where aether sand might be bought, it is he. Okay, so let's return now to Gridania, my home. Okay, so old Gridania, right at the market area. Okay, here it is. It said, yes, I'm sorry, did you say you wish to purchase aether sand? Forgive me, madam, but have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of aether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might find the ore from which the water-aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would be willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly Francis Hogg. Should you encounter this sort of nightmare, you should know that you are in the right place. I'll bite at the wrong time. Farewell. Okay, so we need to go to Earth's Gift, which is south of Quarry Mill. And I know that because we've been leveling up there a lot to level up our chocobos. Let's go. So this is where we are. Performance for the ages is what it's called. Apparently since 2.1 launched, there's barely anyone doing fates anymore, whereas before this place used to be really busy with people doing fates all day. Okay, here he is. Okay. Said, you are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment, you will find no trace of the ore which recently lay here, nay, not so much as a speck. No, you will never spy me from there. For the time being at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous. However, accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of the aether sand with you, the wind touch variety to be specific. I trust I have your attention. Good. A band of Ixali and North Shroud keep a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. Ixali logging grounds in North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Okay, so we're going to teleport straight to Falgoat's Float and go north from there. And we will discover who the person is who's taken it. Hopefully. Okay, so we need to go up here. Almost there. Here we go. Looks like we have to do a fight. This is the wind one, so now we just need the water one from whoever took it. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of aether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the Windtuck's abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. The inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift here. It is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. Okay, so we'll see what the prize is. It's probably not a prize, to be honest, it's probably something silly. We will see because we don't know who the voice is. Oh, there you go, the water sound. Get it? Said, not what you were expecting. I hope the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into aether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, unless I saw you until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. Okay, so once again back to Revenant's Toll. So we'll see how useful this material is, because I am going to be crafting the griffin skin rings now that the material requirements have been cut in half. I figured I might as well, given that I've got level 50 craft of all crafts, so I could just make it myself. And given that philosophy is a lot easier to come by as well, that means I'll be able to buy the animal fats much quicker. Here we are. So it says, what news of your mission? Are you any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? There we go. Wind, water. You've brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. I'll take the elixirs. There, that should do the trick. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce against the tower's defences. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Mithrie here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Grail mold look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief, it's freedom through technology. Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this: the wonders of all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress of preservation? Why, the task you assigned me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the aether sand. I tasked the passing a adventure with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grate, one of the students of Bold Decium. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. You notice a tattoo, so it looks like he's a scion. Grate has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive his eccentrics and welcome him as one of our own. So then, our fellowship is complete and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah. Noah? That is the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves sons of Saint Connor, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave a mark in the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does technically, but my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vainted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time to set forth and brave the outer defences of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Okay, ready. Okay, so let's talk to him once more. So, oh, maybe not. Let's talk to this guy actually, this Gratia. So Gratia is eager to begin the expedition of the Crystal Tower, okay? So, esteemed colleagues, the secrets of the ancient Alga beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavour to neutralise the structure's outer defences. Rembrandt, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Aladdin history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make sure the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large lopsided gate found at the south side. Sorry, to the southeast. So, okay, let's head there now. Not too far away. It's always nice that they are slowly updating each region. I do wonder as well how much of the old Allegan Empire we'll get to explore as well when we go through Crystal Tower. Okay, here we go. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, are you the only one of a number who has ever crossed this threshold? I ask that you take the lead for the present. I say the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us, that is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defences which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentials prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yards of the tower's inner reaches. No matter how swift they may be. Happily the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one. Quite right, I made the damn things. It is my job to see that they work. One success. I for one am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. Water down. So next is wind, and then earth. This last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Oh. Aha, we did it. So much for the outer defences. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My bloody fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Mithrie and a hand-picked party of her adventuring companions enter the tower. What, without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigation must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Mithrie here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall be idle in her absence. While Mithrie and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analysing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable on that endeavour, historian Grey Tear. Bad, do you ever tire of being right, old man? Mithrie, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me to at least provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell, and we shall join you post-haste. No matter what, Master Golem says. Though we would prefer if any relics you encounter remained intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Mithrie. There you go, Labyrinth of the Ancients now accessible. That means Crystal Tower is now accessible. So here we go. So we have Crystal Tower rewards. It says you can receive only one reward item per week for completing duties in the Crystal Tower. The instance you are awarded an item for the loot list, you relinquish your right to take all remaining items, regardless of whether you select need or greed. Reward eligibility is reset every Monday at 4 PM Earth time. I mean, that's for me, basically. Completing an Alliance objective will produce 3 treasure coffers, one for each party in the Alliance. This means that your chance to obtain a reward is no less than any other's duty. Okay? The duties for Alliance. It says, this duty is designed to be undertaken by an Alliance. A squad of 24 adventurers form the 3 full parties. The battle composition reserved for large-scale duties only. While you're in an Alliance, the class and job icons of HP bars of Alliance members will appear to the right of the party list. By joining the forces of other parties, you can achieve that which would otherwise be impossible. Okay. Let's go just take a look at the entrance. So obviously this is where you would have the queue if you want to do it in Duty Finder. So, not going to do that right now. I'll do it another time. But yeah, so that's it. Crystal Tower is now unlocked. That's how you do it. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed the quest. I thought it was quite fun to do, to be honest, to see all the story. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.